So we're talking about stories. Anybody in here ever heard the term, or have you not heard the term, The Hero's Journey? Book by Joseph Campbell. It's a book by Joseph Campbell. Has anybody not heard of Star Wars? George Lucas was a major fan. I think he spoke at the funeral for Joseph Campbell. The Hero's Journey. Everybody in Hollywood is a big fan of The Hero's Journey, and that's we'll talk about it. It's a personal story, but it becomes much bigger than personal. It's where something bad, you're hitting a challenge in your life, and there are things that are happening to you that are going to make your life really bad, and you have to dig deep. You have to start making some choices that, you know what, I may look ugly, I may get messed up, I may look like a fool doing what I'm doing, and I may even lose, but really none of that's important. I'm going to go down fighting. I'm going to fight to... Thank you. I've got somebody in the back already telling me my time's up. You have to dig deep and say, look, I'm going to start making some changes anyway. Well, when you think about... tell me a Hollywood movie that you liked that didn't have a hero's story in it. And the real popular ones, you might not like them, but Rocky, Star Wars, they're classic hero's journeys. And when you dig deep like that, whether you win or not, it changes you. And Janice has to listen to so many, I don't know how many hours she's logged. We've been married, how many? 30-something years. And I don't know how many, probably 10 years of that was listening to my pauses. And I get mad at her for getting frustrated with it. So thank you again. But it changes you to get to that level and say, look, I'm going to dig deep. It doesn't matter if I lose. It does matter, but I'm going to dig deep. I'm going to fight this whether I win or lose. Now, this is not, at this point, I've told you a little bit about my journeys. Now, the purpose for this weekend is your journey. But, so where do I fit in that? Well, every Luke Skywalker has a Yoda. He may be very old. Yoda was 900. I'm only 62. I'm a little bit taller than him. I don't have pointy ears, or at least not that pointy. And often I'll get in your burden. I'll get in your way. I will wear you out, again, with pauses and with talking slow. But I can sometimes help, because I can sometimes give you some advice that might be helpful in your journey. So, on your journey, you have already started. Anybody recognize that picture? It's kind of dark. Star Wars fans. And I'm not a Star Wars fan, by the way. It's just interesting that... so this is Luke Skywalker starting his hero's journey, and there's two suns on his planet. So he's walking off into the sunset, getting started. Now, just real briefly, I wasn't able to do the technology on the screen crawl at the beginning of the movie where it's going down like this. So long ago in a land far away, heart attack, stroke, and blindness and kidney disease were disabling and killing our hero's family, friends, and the hero, and everybody else. Death and disability were inevitable. Most didn't escape their 70s, let alone make it into their 90s without disability. They were all caring for each other. If they missed disability, they were caring for a disabled loved one. Life was rarely good beyond 65. As we dig deeper, we found a little bit deeper understanding of the bad guys in this scenario: plaque, inflammation, and their insidious commander, insulin resistance, prediabetes. Pardon me, maybe a little bit over dramatic there. But those began to emerge as the culprits. There were a small but growing bands of people who were saying, look, you know what? We're not going to lie down and take this. We're going to fight this. Their goal was to extend or rectangularize. Let me just take it. Does anybody know what I mean by rectangularize your lifespan? Okay, so the vertical, or the horizontal is how many years you live. The vertical is your ability or disability. So you're going along at 20s, you're doing well, you have a car wreck, you may walk with a limp. Then in your 60s you have a heart attack and you may go a little bit slower. In your 70s and 80s you get senility. So you're down here. In other words, you're just stepping off. The goal, and I will tell you this, many of you are already there, you already know it. The goal is not so much to extend those years as it is to rectangularize it. Get to the end of when you're ever going to get, whenever your end is going to be, and drop. So that's what these folks were looking to do. And we're going to join us in Louisville. That's us this weekend. My name is Ford Brewer. I started off my career as an ER doc, and that can be frustrating because most of the things bringing patients into the ER can and should be prevented, like heart attack and stroke. So I went to Johns Hopkins for training in prevention, did well, ended up running the program, trained dozens of docs there, and have trained hundreds and even over 1,000 doctors since then in preventing disease. What's even more important is I've helped thousands of patients prevent heart attack and stroke rather than waiting for the devastation and hoping for a cure.